Thank you very much.
The U.S. struck 3 key nuclear sites in Iran, President Donald Trump said on Saturday. He warned that Tehran would face more attacks if it didn't agree to peace.
Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
Trump's decision to join Israel's military campaign against Iran represents a major escalation of the conflict. It comes after more than a week of aerial combat between the two, with death and injuries in both countries.
There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu congratulated Trump.
History will record that President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime the world's most dangerous weapons.
While an Iranian official cited by Tasnim news agency confirmed that one of the nuclear sites was attacked by enemy airstrikes. Israel launched attacks on Iran earlier this month, saying it wanted to remove any chance of Tehran developing nuclear weapons. Iran says its nuclear program is for peaceful purposes only. Diplomatic efforts by Western nations to stop the hostilities have been unsuccessful. CBS News reported that the U.S. reached out diplomatically to Iran on Saturday to say the strikes are all the U.S. plans and that it does not aim for regime change.
President Trump posting on Truth Social moments ago that the U.S. has completed an attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran. It reads as such: "We have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordow. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this," Trump says. "Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter," the president says. We're just getting this in. He just sent this out moments ago, just before 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Trump saying the attacks are successful. The strikes are a decision for the U.S., as Iran has pledged to retaliate if it joined the Israeli assault. And for Trump personally, having won the White House on the promise of keeping America out of conflicts, we're now seeing that we are seeing a number of strikes from the U.S. in Iranian territory, including Fordow, Natanz, and the sites in Esfahan as well. This is, of course, going to lead for analysts and experts to prospect and to discuss the possibility of some sort of wider conflict. The Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen said that they would resume attacks on U.S. vessels in the Red Sea if the Trump administration joined Israel's military campaign. And, of course, Iran themselves have said that the U.S. would pay if they were to get involved in a bigger fashion. So that is what we're hearing, the news of the hour. President Trump saying, quote, "We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes," he says, "are now outside of Iranian airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordow," President Trump says. He says the planes are safely on their way home. This is something that we're going to be following for the rest of the evening. We wanted to make sure we got this breaking news into you as soon as it came out. Still a lot to learn about what exactly happened in Iran, and perhaps we will learn more in the coming minutes and hours. We're checking for any sort of statements from top officials in the White House. Secretary of State Rubio. I'll be looking out for any comments from the Israeli government or Benjamin Netanyahu. In the meantime, let's do some fact-finding behind the scenes.